Good evening, everyone. My name is Naomi, and I am 99 years old. I'm not sure how many people my age get up on a stage like this to share their story, but I've lived through many years of sorrow, and I've kept my story inside for far too long. Tonight, I want to share it with you because maybe, just maybe, speaking it out loud will help me find the peace I've been searching for all my life. I was only 25 years old when everything in my life was taken from me. I had everything I could ever ask for. A loving husband, Hiroshi, and two beautiful children, Riku and Yumi. We lived in a home filled with love, laughter, and dreams for the future. Our life was simple, but it was ours, and we were happy. I couldn't imagine a world without them, without the life we had together. But in one instant, that world was gone, erased by the bomb that fell on our city of Naga Saki. I still remember that day, like it was yesterday. It started just like any other. I was at home, cooking lunch in the kitchen. It was a bright, sunny day. The air was warm, and everything seemed perfect. I could hear Riku and Yumi playing outside, their laughter filling the air. Hiroshi was at work, just like every other day. There was nothing about that morning that would have prepared me for what was about to happen. I was stirring the pot on the stove when I heard it. It was like a thunderclap, but not from a storm. This was different. It was loud, like the whole earth was shaking beneath me. The ground trembled, and the air seemed to crackle with energy. I remember thinking, this isn't normal. I barely had time to react before the explosion came, followed by a blinding flash of light. The heat, it was unbearable. I remember feeling as though my skin was being burned alive. And then, silence. When I woke up, I was lying on the ground, broken. I could smell the smoke, the burning wood, and the earth. I tried to move, but I was trapped. I couldn't see much, just the dust and debris around me. The world, my world, had turned to rubble. I was disoriented, confused, but the first thing I did was scream for Hiroshi, for Riku, for Yumi. But there was no answer, just silence. The kind of silence you can't escape. I managed to crawl out of the debris, though my body was broken. I don't know how long it took, but I found the strength to stand. My heart was pounding in my chest. I remember walking through the wreckage, calling out their names, Hiroshi, Riku, Yumi, over and over again. But there was no response, just the wind blowing through the ruins. My home was gone. My family was gone. Everything was gone. The ground was littered with bodies, some unrecognizable, others barely alive. I remember seeing people, strangers, covered in dust, calling for their own families. But I couldn't help them. I couldn't find my own. The days that followed were like a blur. I searched, hoping for a miracle, but nothing came. I couldn't understand it. How could everything just vanish? How could I be left alone, with nothing but memories of a life that no longer existed? I never remarried. I couldn't. No one could ever replace them. For so long, I carried the pain inside me. The world moved on around me, but I stayed trapped in the past, clinging to memories of my family. Hiroshi's smile, Riku's laugh, Yumi's small hands holding mine. Those memories were all I had left, and I kept them close. Through all of it, one thing stayed constant, my love for them. Hiroshi, Riku, Yumi. They were never gone from my heart. Every day, every night, I would remember them. I would keep their memory alive in my mind, in my heart, and I would pray that somehow they knew I still loved them, even though they weren't here with me. And now, at 99 years old, I stand here to share their story, to make sure they're never forgotten. Hiroshi, Riku, Yumi, they were real. They were loved. They lived. And I want you to remember them, just as I remember them, because their story matters, because they matter. There's a song I used to sing with my family. Hiroshi would sing it to me, and we would all sing together as a family. It was our song, and it always brought us comfort no matter how hard life was. I haven't sung it in years, but tonight I'm going to play it for you. For them. For Hiroshi. For Riku. For Yumi. This is for you.